other way I'm finding finances getting into my pocket. Now this same maybe upkeep I'm getting is which when getting into relationship, you decide that part of it is what you are going to use, to also probably offer some, financial engagement. Of course, not assistant as such, but when issues like taking your girlfriend out, such things, would you like be using, or you'd prefer that until the point where you are able now to find probably a side hustle, so that you don't say that the amount which you're using solely is dependent on parent, and how will you feel that?
Okay, I think I have a different perspective on the same. One, I believe all of us as Christians first, from the art of giving. Giving is a key thing, and it's a very important aspect of the life of a Christian. Leave alone being in a romantic relationship. I should be able to spend money on even my friends. Yeah, I think where your heart is, it is where your hand shows. So there are aspect of I have to wait to get money or anything, so that I think any point of life you have something that you can give friends. So one I think one for the I will start with what Moses said, expectations. I think for me, I don't agree when you get into a relationship and you're dating, you have those expectations. It's okay, expectations will be there, but let them be very real. Because one, I will not feel okay if my girlfriend comes and tells me I want this thing and it costs 80,000. Even if I've not communicated to you and told you that I have the money or I don't have. For me, I feel that one it's more that it's asking for too much as a person. I speak from that. I know we are supposed to be givers and everything, but I feel it's quite very important, because I learn if I have a girlfriend, I can buy a gift, but she should not have a measure. You get my point? If I can afford, I don't even have to tell you I can afford something for 5,000. If I bring you something for 2,000, it should be. You get my point? At the point that you are in life, I think when you put pressure on men, that's where you find that men don't date until they have money, and after they have money, they will date women when they have wives. You get my point? Nowadays, campus students are dating on purpose because of that reason. Because what you want, I know I want this. It's okay for a woman to be able to say, this is what I want. But when it is like that, it compromises for a man. So he will be like, let me wait until when I'm able someone to tell you what they want. But if we allow, I feel the act of giving, it is not showed by how I can tell you you give me. It is showed by even the small things that you are able to give out of your scarcity. You earned 500 and you gave me 100. It might not seem to be big, but I feel that 100 is much than someone who has 1,000,000 and they gave you 50,000. Because this person has given it all. I think the art of giving should be measured not according to amount, but how this person hiyo pesa imetoka wapi. Unaona? Especially for a student, everybody knows, unless you know when you're dating someone who has money, you will know. You get. And also their taste will be high. Even where they take you out, you get. Can you imagine? I take you out on a Kibataski, then you expect me to buy you something for 10,000. Even I don't have to tell you that, but you know very well you cannot take me at Kibataski when you could be take me at a big hotel. So from my side,
So
I feel
you're saying so long as that is one form of communication, so that once the way
like
things,
I feel
you don't have to tell them that
in relationship there should be even unspoken rules.
okay.
Where you can be able to understand. I know many things, like for me about finances, how I want to discuss. For example, if I'm in a relationship, I'll discuss how you view money, like when we are together. How you think responsibility should be, how the money in the family should be. But now I am alone at my place. We are not cohabiting. I am living on my space, so I should be able to to do the things that a boyfriend should do, as I think I should do. You know, like for me, I feel if I feel giving you a flower and everything, which it's 500 worth to me, is what I have. I think it's enough than trying to think I should give you for 5,000. Because if I have that pressure, this relation will crush me more than it. For me, I feel expectation should be very minimum. And most of men usually don't have high expectation. I think that problem is mostly that expectation part.
It's on the lady.
Especially financial. For me, I don't have expectation where my lady will take me to this place and do. No. The small things that she will do, I'll be okay with. Like she has brought me and we were having, and she said today I'm buying you chapamano. I'll be fine as long as she has willingly and from her pocket. But when I have this expectation, remember there is always an option. So if you are in this relationship where this expectation is not met, there is someone, believe you, who is able to meet that expectation. So you will move from this person to that person. You get. So there will be no love. It will be like transactional. When expectations are too high, it becomes relationships like a transactional thing. Which on my end, I know maybe they have a different opinion, but that's my opinion.
And it's good that you're mentioning that. Now, would we say that according to you, that there should be actually even no expectation when people get coming?
There should be, but to a certain extent. For example, minimal, because I expect if I'm dating someone, it's not the same. I know I love giving and I give it, but there shall be a difference between my girlfriend and any other person. But it might not be that huge. Get my point? Because of the financial status I am in, there will be that difference. Because not everybody will be buying every day flowers. Not everybody will be buy even that sort of 150 bob. Not everyone. If I am buying you today, after 3 days I buy you, it means you're special to me. You get. Even friendship, you don't buy them every time.
You're bringing another aspect to it. I think we are coming to that. Because I think I don't know whether it's personalities, but there are people who would argue that they just love treating people like they're caring. Yeah. So they would spoil this other person because they tell you, you're my friend, let me take you out. And of course, the next day, maybe in a week's time, they also, and they're saying that no, there's nothing attached. We're just, I'm just concerned. I'm caring as a friend. So I think we'll come to that conversation. But Mary, what would you say concerning what Jeff is bringing? Minimal expectation. Yeah. So that I think he has rightfully mentioned, if I'm not quoting you wrong, that ladies are the ones coming with high expectation in a relationship.
I think when he says ladies are the ones who are coming with high expectation, it's because in the relationship it is expected that the man is the one who provides. So that is why it is seen as if a woman is the one who has a lot of expectation. But in honest, both have expectations towards each other. It's just that the expectations that are made towards a woman are not financial most of the time.
Can you mention them then? Because I think that brings the topic on the point of us saying, what is the lady then expected to present if it is not financial? But then now you're saying, rather you're agreeing with Jeff that it's true that we ladies expect financial, but now from the ladies the financial responsibility is not expected. So just mention.
I would love Mercy.
Okay, Mercy, I think it has been thrown to you. What is the expectation we as men have to ladies?
First of all, if I answer that question, it's something that is of concern. So in the beginning of this podcast, just said that as a man, you should provide. You see, provision, you can't provide something you don't have. And if you tell me as a man I'm supposed to provide, I will obviously have expectations that you're supposed to provide. You see, so you can't tell me you provide and then you expect me not to have any expectations. It doesn't make sense.
The point is measure. The measure of expectation.
So you want me to have minimal expectations?
Yeah. Not that you want these things. You want me to provide, but don't dictate how. Like for example, I want iPhone expectation will be there, but with a measure and very considerate and logical expectation.
Actually, minimum.
That's what
That is why we talked about having a communication.
Yes.
So we said, let me understand what is your financial status. You understand what is my financial status, so that even when I am bringing to you a request or a need, I know you can be able to meet it. But according to what I'm hearing you say, I should not even speak about it.
Okay, my point, I'm talking about relationship. You know, now I feel when we are communicating about finance, now that's a marriage. Because
It should not.
because I don't have to tell you that my parents sent me 5,000. Yeah, I really don't think it's quite necessary that I come and tell you, you know, Mercy, this is how I asked my mother for this money. She sent me this amount. No.
So you're saying it's
to
not a
me
case
as a
of
ward,
consent should prevail.
for a relationship when I'm in school, I would tell you that much. Like there are details about, I would tell you. But now when you're in a marriage setup, even you know mine, you don't have even to ask because you are not my payslip. You know how much I am. So as we are talking, it's everything is open. But now in a relationship, it means if I have to understand, you have to understand that I can afford this 15,000. I've told you how I get my money. You know, which I feel you to me it's a lot.
And now that is the
It's
challenge. That is the challenge that is happening out here. That people are not being transparent. Tunaenda na wewe kwa hoteli, and then what you do is, because we have what you have been showing me is that you can be able to provide to this level, and then now me I expect it from that level. So when you're not able to do it, you borrow loans. You have 100 loans. Then you provide for me with that. Then when we enter into a marriage, I'm finding a bankrupt person. Because why? He did not communicate. And let me tell you, the desire of every man is to please a woman.
Yeah.
So you will go to any extent to please that woman. So regardless of whether you have it or not, you will try to do it.
Yeah.
But
And
the
that is
question-
where the challenge happens. Because you can go to the extent of even
But if I may ask,
I might not be the one who is telling you to do it. It is coming from you desiring to please the woman.
Because of the expectation.
because of the
No.
high expectation.
Let me tell you, as a man, now let me speak on this side of men. The reason why men will go that extra mile, because like for me, I would go to I'll take you to a hotel where I can. And for me, I'm those people who I love to do things for my friends. Live alone, a relationship and everything. Me, I'm those people when I will call you, I will come into my house, even I cook, I do everything. You know, like just for a mere friendship. I believe it's not worth to go to that extra mile. But now, because some of men, they want this person and they love them so much, they will go to that extent. Because women have put, like this woman in my life, he is expecting that I have to meet it. But if you are, let me tell you, as a man, when you come to a relation to a woman, from the word go, you know what she wants. You always know. If it's that, maybe that is me. I don't know about the host who will tell us, but most of the time, the expectations are very clear. You can see what she wants. As a man, I'm talking a perspective of a man. So that's why they will hide and do all that. But when you come and she knows that your expectations are not that as much. Because someone, even you are going on a date, you know how it starts. Like someone will tell you, send money for car. I am coming. Get my point? Someone, you will say, we are going on a date. That lady will tell you, let us meet. She will pay a matatu and car. You get that one. From that point, I have learned how I'm going to, from that standard, I'm going to handle it. So this pressure will come not because you have told me, but because of even the presentation. If you have told me surely to pay, even if I've not yet told you, I have the money to pay 3,000 for a car, but still you have already told me we are going on a date. Please send me 3,000 a car from here to this hotel. Is this amount? You get my point? So already I have this picture. Now this man loves you so much. He will do all that. But if you came with these expectations which are quite logical, this man will not have to do that. He will be able to run whatever what you have presented to him. Yeah.
Are you both agreeing that okay, ladies go into relationship with their
We
expectations?
disagree. Completely disagree.
And
That is
also,
what you just said.
And also,
Okay.
I don't think it's actually fair that you expect a person to do this that you cannot like provide, or your financial status is not okay by your actions.
Okay.
Because to be honest, okay, Mimi, I am always against assumptions. Don't ever assume things. Like if a person is not direct with you, then don't ever assume.
Very true.
Because why should I assume that he cannot afford to take me to Sarova because I'm a Nipeleka Kisumu Hotel? what if it was at that time he couldn't because alikuwa na limited amount of money, but let me say on a monthly basis he gets enough money to take me there. You see,
So in
So
this
I
case,
should
whom
not
are you
say
blaming
this,
to be assuming? Because
I cannot assume that Jeff cannot take me to Sarova just because he has taken me to
Why
Kisumu.
can't you allow me to take you to Sarova without you asking? Because
No.
as a man, if I have the money to take you to Sarova, let me tell you, when you will have to tell a man to do something, even if they do, that is not legal. Allow the man, whatever, let me tell you, whatever I can do when you have not told me, that is what will help this person. But if, for example, I do it, like you tell me to do something, even if I do it, that is not me. That's a fake me. But if I take you to Sarova to do it, if that is me. So the expectation it comes in that area. So like if I am taking you on a date and I take you this place, don't have this I want to be in Sarova. No. If I have the money to take you to Sarova, I will. Because you are my lady, I want to please you.
And I
Yes.
agree, I should not be telling you this is where you should take me. Sindo.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is don't expect me to assume things that you've not told me. You see, don't expect me to assume that you're not okay financially and you've not communicated.
so
with
they
me.
should communicate.
Yes.
Because
Be
but
direct.
we are
Communication
saying
is
some
two-way.
people
Do
are
we
not-
agree communication is two-way?
Yes.
two-way.
Yes.
Now, if probably they have not communicated, why have you not also asked that, okay, are you compatible with this situation? So that also, could we say then that both of you have assumed?
Yes, that is why we were saying
So-
the two of you should
Okay.
sit, not just one person to bring up the conversation. The two of you should sit and you're grown ups. Have a discussion to say, Mimi, I can do this and this and this. And just says, Mimi, I can do this and this and this. So you come to an agreement. You see, and both of you agree. And this matter of Sijui finances, it won't be an issue.
When you're in a relationship,
Yeah.
like we are
Yes.
dating and I come, we agree how much. Remember, we are being sent money from home. So I tell you how my mother had sent me this.
No, I'm not
For
saying
me, I
budget is
feel
what
for
you
a
have.
man, that's too much. Like I cannot be telling you that this is how the money I'll get 3,000 from this source and everything when I'm now in school.
Let me ask, and what about if you're looking towards marriage?
If we are looking
If you're
towards marriage,
courting the person to get it towards marriage.
so according to me, we will discuss about finances, how we handle finances in this matter. You get? I don't have a problem with solving the small issue where I take you out and everything, but I don't have to tell you this is how much. Maybe I have a side so this is how much I have and everything. For me, I feel that is too much to ask in a relationship. Only my wife will be able to know how much I have, how much I have in what, and it's not being mean. It's just for the sake of even the way you guys are saying. It depends on the level. Also, in men there is a level for a man. You get when we are dating. I don't have to tell you that I get 3,000 from this person. No, like what I can do. Take it. You get. If I told you because I was also if I want to take you out, I'll tell you. I'll tell you on Saturday I want to ask to go this place. I'm the one who will tell you I will take you to this hotel. Just take it and understand. If I've not taken you to Sarova, I don't have to. You don't have to say, let me see if he has the money for Sarova. If I had, I would have done that.
So I think what we should conclude from this is it's very important to also understand the level and the stage at which
Yeah.
you are at the relationship. Then you continue with the conversation
Yeah.
of communicating until when you two people have come up to. So at the beginning, we can have the basics.
Yeah.
As we continue, how can we grow towards this?
Yeah.
So maybe as we are concluding, I think the next session is picking on, as we speak, especially on to the limits to which the expectation should be set, and I think we are all agreeing that expectations must be there. But there was something which Mary mentioned, which I maybe need a response on it before we conclude. That what is the expectation men have for women if it is not marriage? Is there any other expectation we have for women in relationship
On matters dating or marriage.
on matters of dating?
On matters of dating.
Yes.
I feel like okay. So when a man gets into a relationship with a lady, obviously let me say something very simple. I'll expect you to call, but I feel like men also need attention, and they actually want attention. But because of where we've placed them in society, they refuse to communicate that they want the attention.
Okay.
So I'll expect Jeff to call. Jeff will expect me to call. But because we've said, man is the provider, yeye ndo anafaa kunipigia simu, I won't call. You see, Jeff will be disappointed at some point, but he'll be like, I've grown, men should not be called. So you see, it goes back to the society we're in. And as I said, we are evolving. We are not where our parents were. You see, the way our generation, see venye generation our way to go. So I feel like men should stop being like having a shell around them. You see, having a shell of emotions, because this brings up the matters of their mental health. You see, so if Jeff is feeling that way and I'm not giving him attention, you see, alafu bado anaendelea kufeel hivyo. But because of our society and the norms that we've put around men, you see, the society norms and the gender roles, bado hata anaendelesha kuhusu. You see, and he still requires attention.
So that is the emotional need.
Yes,
men
of a
require.
man. Yeah, because to be honest, as he said, we were created to be helpers. You see, that means I need to be supportive. I need to be emotionally available for him. You see, like if he communicates with me, Mercy, I'm going through this. See, then I can help. But if he feels like communicating with me about his problems will be degrading him as a man, then where are we heading to? Because you actually find most marriages that have succeeded, it's because these two are best friends. As in, they talk about everything. They're so open about everything. And I feel like, okay, this is the point I'm trying to drive at. Men should not feel like they're lesser if they communicate to their partner about their emotions, about their feelings, about their pain and sufferings, and also their economic needs. Like, it should be something that we should advocate for. Because tumeinua msichana sana tukamwambia you're strong, you should communicate your feelings. If someone is treating you in a wrongful manner, then you should talk to someone about it. It is time we also tell men, if you're not economically stable, it's okay if you talk about it. Tell your partner, it's fine. Like, si kitu itakufanya like it degrades you and you become less of a man just because you talked about it, you see.
Yeah.
So this is something like tunafaa kuambia wanaume. Like, you don't become less of a man just because you have economic problems. Just because you can't provide for everything 100% doesn't make you like you're no longer a man. See, to ensure that we are at the same stage as our men. Actually, wako higher. Because as we say, we want them to provide. So obviously, like, we need also to uplift them. We need to be supportive. Yes. So ladies, you need to be supportive. Don't just be there and a man tells you he has economic issues and unamuuliza sasa utafanya. Like, try to help. Like, be supportive. Be a helper. Don't just stay there and do nothing about it, because we are losing so many men because like they go into drinking and drugs because they feel like no one is there for them. Some even like kill themselves. You work on issues mingi and they are talking to you about it and you don't want to help. So like just be a supportive person. It's just nice, but don't be a mean person. Yes.
I think maybe to add on what she's saying, another thing that men need and expect is for you to appreciate even the little things.
Yeah,
they might not say it, but you expect me to appreciate what you do. They also expect for you to admire them, admire the effort they are putting, admire what they are doing, admire even them. Then the other thing is being encouraged. They also need, the way Mercy is saying, you to support them. They also need you to encourage their efforts, encourage their work, encourage that which he's also doing for you. So even when we say that women expect for you to provide, you also have expectations to it.
Can I say something?
Okay.
This issue. I feel for a woman and a man, they are two different creatures. What we expect is Like you see what you have said here, there is nothing there I expect from. Let me tell you one thing. The expectations of a man, every man has a different expectation. They all lie in the same place. One, a man expects a woman who is just a woman. I don't know if I am making sense.
Can you
Yeah,
explain?
a woman who is just when even if you are CEO of a company, when you come back to your man, be the woman.
That's
Be
an
the
expectation.
girl that you are supposed to be. You see, let us not be going, even we are in what you are somewhere here where there are waiters, you are shouting at the waiters, you are doing too much. You get allow that the man to feel he is the man of this. Even if you are CEO, you are growing, and when it comes to your man, let it be different. Second, it's just the respect that you give that man. For you respect that person. For me, let me tell you, for most men, and they will agree. Even the problem, or they are saying, oh, provision, we should be equal. Let me tell you, and you will agree with me, men don't have a problem providing, even for their wives to stay at home. But there is always a chaos when a woman provides and the man stays at home. I'm not saying for you, maybe you are good people, I don't know. But from the side you have seen it, you get the point. A man does not actually, a man feels good when his woman, and his woman is spending the money. Like, whatever I am, that's why every man, when you make money, you make for your family. Even the family belongs to the woman. That is our domain. You get my point? That is what I really don't, I need not even let you to take me on a date. Appreciate me once or buy me something once in a while, it's okay. But the main thing is just be a woman in this. Respect or try to, like the way you're saying, encourage me. Like when I have a vision and I go to you, don't shut me down. Like tell me, I know you can do it. I know you can make it. I believe in you. You get my point? Just be that woman. Even don't try to compete with me to be there to this place. It will be chaotic. You get my point? Just be there to be that woman. I'm telling the truth. You will own everything that men are controlled by women. And the power of a woman is in her submission. Let me use a biblical example. It comes to a time David was hot and the kingship was to be transferred. The Bible said Bathsheba remembered something David told her. He had told her that your son Solomon will succeed. Do not let me tell you, a woman in her submission controls a man. Do not she went just and lay down at the feet of David and go. She was like, my Lord, you promised that my son. David turned everything around. It was like now God takes Solomon, put him on what, and things start immediately because of God. Every man is controlled by woman. But the point is, women nowadays don't understand your power is in your submission. When you understand your role in submission, you control the men. But now, when you try, the reason why there is a lot of chaos is because the woman now wants to be the controller. So, because that is not in your power, when you try that, you will be fighting the marriage relationship. But in your submission, actually, now look at every successful marriage. The woman anakuanga very submissive na ndiye anasemanga kile kitu na inaendanga hivyo as long as bibi yake amesema ndio hivyo. Now when you look at that woman does not even shout at her husband. She does not do anything to show anything. She is just cool, seated and everything, but she controls whatever even the husband does next. It is what she says because of understanding your power. When you understand your power is submission, the power of a man is leadership, and you allow him to thrive in that. Don't just cheer him on. Like, you know what? I know you can have this. I know you can. You went to an interview, you failed. It's okay. I know when you go next, you get it. Very important. Just encourage him. He might not be financial and you support me financially. Because as a man, I may not need you to give me money. It might be looking you are doing me good, but you are killing me. Like I can't perform myself sitting down and I am eating because mercy is providing for me. That is a lot. For a man, it's a lot. So allow him in that position of leadership. Just support him. If he asked, because sometimes as a man you ask, you tell your man, chip in this, chip in when asked, and you will be fine. That's my opinion.
Wow. So,
Can I add on something before we go? I feel like respect is bad. Respect is bad. Men to expect you to respect you, and the man will respect. And another thing, not all successful marriage, it's because like the woman is submissive. And like, okay, submissiveness can be understood differently. And to be honest, Mimi, if you ask me right now, Mimi, because shout out to my parents, but I've grown in a family setup where there's a lot of communication. It doesn't matter who is saying what, but every person's view are taken into account. And I feel like that is the most important thing. Because if my dad always asks you, what do you think? What do you think we should do? You're also part of the family. What do you think we should do? It's not always about be submissive. I've said be submissive. Like, people understand these things differently. But okay, Mimi, it is my opinion. I feel like having direct conversations about the issue and taking into account every person's view is very important in ensuring that you guys come into an agreement. And in relation to the matter we are having here, economic issues, you see, like I feel like yes, just having the conversation, taking into account whatever Jeff will have to say, what I have to say, and we come together and we arrive at a conclusion. Na hakuna mwenye atatoka kwa hii table akifeel like I feel degraded, I feel like I'm less of a person. I feel like that is the most important thing.
To add on that, I just for the respect part is that never be in a relationship where you feel, because it's a choice. I believe relationship you choose to be there. So it is not about you earning respect or not. Be in a relationship where you can respect that person because it's a choice. So if you don't feel like this person you can respect, get out. Because relationship is, I am here because I choose to, not because I don't have a choice. You get you in every relationship, but this is very important. Wherever you are saying, don't stay in a relationship where you are forcing issues and you are like, I'm doing you a favor. You know you are not qualified to be with me. You know you are less of a woman or a less of a. You don't know. You can also move to that person you feel that they deserve your respect, and it's okay. You get my point. So being a rep because you want to be there, you choose to be there, not because you don't have a choice.
All right, amazing. I think it's a conversation we'll also have in regards to submission. Is submission two-way or should be coming from the man and then the woman submitting? So, and of course, finally, when we were responding on some of the needs, we were calling them like the ways we mentioned on respect, honor. Yeah, so those are some of the key things which also expectation from gents. So as we conclude this session, hoping we catch up in the next one, we're also going to set some of the key needs in terms of Mercy mentioning on the feelings. Are there also some needs we have as gents and in relationship in terms of the expectation, in terms of romantic feelings, and how do we go about them? Because I think we've not had that conversation in this session. So we'll catch up next time, and thank you all for finding time to join us for this session. I'm glad for the sharing we had. Let us hear your comments. Let us hear your views in regards to this. Until we catch up next time. See you then.